Mama Stay Fit Early Postpartum Recovery course. This is a mini course that is going to guide you through the first 4 to 6 weeks postpartum as you begin your recovery process. We don't necessarily want to start working out at day 1 postpartum, but waiting all the way to week 6 when we get clearance from medical providers may be too long to wait before we start the rehabilitation process. This is a 4-week gentle postpartum rehabilitation program. Please note that even though we have them labeled as week 1, 2, 3, and 4 postpartum, you may not feel ready to progress to week 2, even though you're week 2 or week 3 or 4. So move through this program based on what feels best for you in your own body. As we start week number 1 postpartum, we generally want to be resting in bed in a supine and reclined position. Obviously getting up to use the restroom or go to the kitchen. You can move gently around your home, but primarily trying to stay off our feet as we're allowing our pelvic floor to heal. This is also a great time to snuggle baby and do tons of tummy time with baby directly on your chest. Week 2, we can start to move around the bed. Maybe we're getting up out of the bed a little bit more to help around the house, but we're still primarily resting and off our feet. As we move into week 2, the movements are going to be more seated. You can either do them in the bed or you can do them on the floor. Once we progress into weeks 3 and 4, please be mindful that you may not feel ready to move to these more upright positions, or you may not feel ready to be leaving your house and going for short walks, and that's okay. Know that these are general recommendations. As we move into week 3 and 4 of the program, the movements are more upright. We're going to be in standing and half kneeling positions. We're going to be going for short walks, and then we're also going to be incorporating some gentle core exercises. So again, as you move through this program, know that we label them week 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you may not quite feel ready to do week 2 or do week 3 or do week 4, even though that is the week postpartum you are. It really depends on how your birth went and how your recovery is going. Another thing to keep in mind as you move through this program is there's no rounds, there's no reps, there's no structure to it. It's all based on how you feel. So when you do a breathing exercise, maybe you do it for 10 breaths, or maybe you just do it based on whatever feels good for you. As we do our mobility exercises, maybe you do 1 round, maybe you do 3 rounds. It's really going to depend on how you feel. So we give no guided recommendations on specifically do this in this way, because it's all about reconnecting with your body and how you're feeling right now. We hope that this program helps guide you through the first 4 to 6 weeks postpartum before you see your medical provider for clearance, before you return back to fitness. We also highly recommend trying to work with a pelvic floor physical therapist, either around the time that you get cleared for exercise or potentially even before or after, depending on when referrals are available. If you don't have an in-person practitioner near you, we would highly recommend trying to connect with a physical therapist virtually, and we have great recommendations below.